Hello all. Bedtime story time. Very late at night. Time to settle down. Found a nice little location by the canal. Thought it was a bit relaxing. So, what are we reading tonight? That's the question. There might only be a few people on right now, but later on a lot of people join in a little bit later. They watch it maybe after they've been to mosque or after they've had their dinner, and that's absolutely fine. You can tune in later. Lovely just to have a little bit of time to reflect, listen to a story. So, on this lovely, and look, I've got the sun right behind me, just settling down. On this lovely evening, I'm going to read one of the books that I really like. Do let me know if you can't hear anything, just pop it into the chat. I can see there's a couple of people on, which is really nice. But if you can't hear it, let me know and I can change the audio. We've got another fantastic book by Julia Donaldson. It's known as Room on the Broom, and I'm sure a lot of you have heard this. It's a fantastic little story. I would just say, and it's really nice to see loads of people on, but one of the important things when we're on YouTube especially is we don't say our names. Quite important, because we don't want people knowing who we are and what our account is linked to, because of course anybody can link onto this. So yeah, Room on the Broom, sorry, there it is. Lovely story. I'm just sat out in my back garden enjoying watching the sun going down and ready to go to sleep. So what have we got here? Room on the Broom by Julia Donaldson. The witch had a cat and a very tall hat, a long ginger hair which she wore in a plait. How the cat purred and how the witch grinned as they sat on their broomstick and flew through the wind. But how the witch wailed and how the cat spat when the wind blew so wildly it blew off their hat. Oh gosh, sodium. Down! Cried the witch, and they flew to the ground. They searched for their hat, but no hat could be found. Then out of the bushes, on thundering paws, there bounded a dog with the hat in his jaws. He dropped it politely, then eagerly said, as the witch pulled the hat firmly down on her head, "I'm a dog, as keen as can be. Is there room on the broom for a dog like me?" "Yes," cried the witch, and the dog clambered on. The witch tapped the broomstick, and whoosh, they were gone. Over the fields and the forests they flew. Across the Celtic salt, the dog wagged his tail and the stormy wind blew. The witch laughed aloud and held on to her hat, but away blew the bough from her long ginger plait. "Down!" cried the witch, and they flew to the ground. They searched for the bow, but no bow could be found. Then out from a tree, with an ear-splitting shriek, there flapped a green bird with a bow in her beak. She dropped it politely and bent her head low. Then said, as the witch tied her plait in a bow, "I'm a bird as green as can be. Is there room on the broom for a bird like me?" "Yes," cried the witch. So the bird fluttered on. The witch tapped the broomstick, and whoosh, they were gone. I'm excited to hear how many other people are going to get on this broomstick. Not talking, I can see on the chat, it's good, nice, lots of conversation going on. Not talking about any students in particular, just reminding internet safety, best to not mention our names online. Over the reeds and the rivers they flew. The bird shrieked with glee, and the stormy wind blew. They shot through the sky to the back of beyond. The witch clutched her bow, but let go of her wand. Oh my goodness, she's lost her wand. Down, cried the witch, as they flew to the ground. They searched for the wand, but no wand could be found. Then, all of a sudden, from out of the pond, leapt a dripping wet frog with a dripping wet wand. He dropped it politely, then said with a croak, as the witch tried the wand on a fold of her cloak, I'm a frog as clean as can be. Is there room on the broom for me? For a frog like me? Yes, said the witch. So the frog bounded on. Getting quite a lot of that sun in my eye, a little bit hard. Bad choice of a place to sit and read a book. The witch tapped the broomstick and whoosh, they were gone. Over the moors and the mountains they flew. The frog jumped for joy and... Uh-oh, look what's happened. The broom snapped in two. Down fell the cat and the dog and the frog. Down they went tumbling into the bog. The witch's half broomstick flew into a cloud. And the witch heard a roar that was scary and loud. Whoa. I'm a dragon, as mean as can be, and I'm planning to have a witch and chips for my tea. No, cried the witch, flying higher and higher. The dragon flew after her, breathing out fire. Help, cried the witch, flying down to the ground. She looked all around, but no help could be found. The dragon drew nearer and, licking his lips, said, maybe this once I'll have a witch without chips. But just as he planned to begin his feast, from out of the ditch rose a horrible beast. It was tall, dark and sticky beast. It was unfeathered and furred. It had 4 frightful heads and wings like a bird, and its terrible voice when it started to speak was a yowl and a growl and a croak and a shriek. Oh gosh, scary. As it strode from the ditch and it said to the dragon, buzz off, that's my witch. Gosh, there it is, that scary dragon, look at that. Got the sun shining right into us now, haven't we? Let's bend it around a little bit. The dragon drew back and he started to shake. I'm sorry, he spluttered. I made a mistake. It's nice to have met you, but now I must fly. And he spread out his wings and was off through the sky. Then down flew the bird and down jumped the frog. Down climbed the cat and phew, said the dog. And thank you, oh thank you, the grateful witch cried. Without you I'd be in that dragon's inside. She's worried that the dragon will eat her all up. Then she filled up her cauldron and said with a grin, find something everyone, throw something in. So the frog found a lily, the cat found a cone, the bird found a twig and the dog found a bone. A lot of things they found in there. They threw them all in and the witch stirred them well. And while she was stirring, she muttered a spell. I wonder what a spell's going to be. Iggity ziggity zaggity zoom. Then, guess what rose out? A truly magnificent broom. With the seat for the witch and the cat and the dog, a nest for the bird and a shower for the frog. Yes, cried the witch, and they all clambered on. The witch tapped the broomstick and whoosh, they were gone. Whoosh. And there they are, flying away off into the distance. Well, what a lovely little nighttime, bedtime little story. Tell me, give us some suggestions for stories you'd like to hear in the future. I'm very excited because in a few weeks' time I'm going to be reading The Wolf in the Walls. Yeah, one of my favourite stories. Absolutely love it. We've got stories being read by Mrs. Cumberbatch. I've got stories, I know Miss Elliston did a story last week. got all sorts of teachers who are going to be reading. I'm very excited. I know Miss Green has even said she's going to read. Can you believe it? Maybe we can get the headmaster to do it too. All right. Lovely. Have a lovely sleep. Sleep well. And I'll see you all in school.